Hi there. Thanks for tuning in today. We're going to be chatting with Jason Foss, founder of Real Residential, about the residence at GIS Plaza. GIS Plaza is a 6-story mixed-use new construction condo project in downtown Bellevue. It's featuring 16 homes on 2 to 6 floors. There's studios, spacious 1-bedrooms, a couple 2-bedroom floor plans too. And architecturally, it's just a beautiful building. And during our discussion, we plan on covering pricing, floor plans, finishes, the neighborhood. We'll chat about the valet parking system and more. So if you have any questions or need anything, please do reach out.
First of all, thanks for having me. I'm excited to have the opportunity to talk about the project. I wish I had been as prepared as you and have a really nice downtown Bellevue background. Instead you get to see a door and a piece of furniture. But the project is much more interesting. So yeah. I'll give you a little bit of background. So the developer is GIS. They're a local family developer that has experience in single family. We've done townhome projects with them, for rent projects. They have one that in Kent they just wrapped up. But the really kind of the apple of their eye is this GIS Plaza condominium project. They're actually going to have their development offices on the 2nd floor of the building. And a little bit of history. So they actually acquired the site in 2005. And they were going to build a different condominium project called European Tower, which some condo geeks may remember. However, a little thing called the Great Recession came along and kind of put that into the deep freeze, and it is reemerged in its current form. And so, actually, they as a family, the different members of the development group, are going to be living in the building. So, although we have 16 homes in total, we're going to have just 13 to sell, 2 studios, 10 1-bedrooms, and a 2-bedroom. So
nice. So in the 2 bedrooms, as far as the floor plan plate, then what does the square footage start at?
So our smallest home would be one of the studios at just a little under 500 square feet. And then the largest home will be that single. It's always hard. People are like, what's a 1-2 bedroom? It's a single 2-bedroom home that we have available for sale. And that one's just under 1,300 square feet.
Okay, good. And then your pricing?
So pricing, that just under 500 square foot studio home will start at that one's at $625. Most of the homes, larger 1-bedroom homes that are kind of 770, 780 square feet, those will be mid 8s to high 9s. And then that 2-bedroom home is priced at $1,795,000. So the bulk of the homes, basically with the exception of that 2-bedroom, are going to be priced under $1 million, which for brand new construction condominium in downtown Bellevue is actually, I hesitate to say affordable, but it's a great opening price point compared to a lot of what your other options are for new construction. So
yep. And then for those 1-bedroom floor plans that are a bit larger, are there home office spaces carved out? Are they true 1-bedrooms? Or
so there's they're great floor plans with a lot of storage. There's a combination of kind of an open or urban 1-bedroom, and then a true classic 1-bedroom with a enclosed bedroom on the window line. And there's pluses and minuses to each of those plans. We've actually had as we've been touring good feedback about each, and it's just interesting to hear people go through and go, I like this one because XYZ, and I like that one because of ABC. So I think it gives people a good couple of options in a similar square footage range, but with very different layouts.
Gotcha. And then how tall is the building?
So it's 6 stories, and it sits on quite a small lot. So it's 6,600 square feet, but packing a lot in. So we have at the ground floor about a 700 square foot retail space that's already been leased. So Sean Nickerson, who has a Cafe Caesura, he's going to be operating a concept called Selkies. And so during the day, it'll be cafe. And then into the evening, it'll be a little bit more like, happy hour, wine bar, champagne and oyster kind of, concept. So should be fun and great amenity for the building. Second floor, as I mentioned, was development offices, and that's also the first floor that we have residential homes. So we have a couple homes on that floor, and then floors 3 through 6 will be exclusively residential.
Nice. Do you guys have any amenity spaces within the building?
So I would say that, primary amenity is the retail space, having the opportunity
Gotcha.
to go there, and then otherwise, as you noted when we started, I mean it's a pretty fabulous location. So you've got the library and park across the street, and you've got all the retail and activities there within easy walking distance. And I would just say, kind of on a note of location, personally, I think it's just a really cool sweet spot, being just at the end of downtown. So you're easy going into the core, whether you're walking or otherwise, but it's also like a super easy pop out of downtown. You're not having to kind of work your way across.
It's congested.
405. So yeah, it's a fantastic location.
Nice. It's a wood frame building, is that right?
So it's interesting. I would say it's a hybrid. So we've got steel structure. You've got the subfloor is basically, again, supported with steel, but wood subfloor with gypcrete, soundproofing. And so some of the initial tours that we've had, I think people have been super impressed with I'd say the sound attenuation quality that feels super solid. And in my opinion, sometimes it feels better than some even concrete buildings I've been in, where you just have a floating floor and you can get a little bit of that, tinny or echoey feel to it. And then it is a true curtain wall building, which is almost unheard of at this scale. So the exterior is super high quality aluminum, ceiling to floor windows and operable windows that swing out. So it feels like a high rise in a low rise.
Yep, it's a beautiful building. I mean, it really does kind of look like a little art piece.
Yeah, and it's got a great presence on that corner, and with the curved facade, it's definitely got a lot of personality.
Yeah, nice. What about parking?
So because of the site constraint, the developer went the route of mechanical parking, which is kind of cool. So the alternative really would have been a number of homes that didn't have any parking at all. And although we are seeing that, around the area with some of the new construction, I think especially on the east side, even if you're living in downtown, it is nice to have a spot to put your car. And so the mechanical parking system, which is from Harding Steel in Colorado, and then be commissioned and serviced by Matthews Mechanical here locally. They have several systems, already local in Seattle and Redmond, and we've been able to go see those. And so it's a pretty convenient way. And honestly, we call it like a mechanical valet, if you want, to see that as nice versus having to go take an elevator down into a P whatever and spiral back up. You've got it right there at ground level.
So will this be similar to what Spire has, but on a smaller scale, just because
kind of on a smaller scale?
Yeah.
I would say it's probably a little bit more approachable in that, like, actually for, most of the vehicles, you can actually just see it right in front of you. It doesn't get kind of whisked away.
Okay, like
someplace. Yeah, right. And you're like, I hope my car's still there. So I would say it's kind of an approachable version of Spire. Yeah.
Nice. Good. Homeowners dues, are those going to include like the utilities, or those going to be metered separately?
So yes. So you'll have electricity, water, sewer will be separately metered. And then there's a monthly parking charge per stall of $78. And then basically you have the balance of the dues will cover the items that you would kind of, common area maintenance and reserves, gas, sewer capacity, insurance, et cetera. And so for that kind of 770 to 780 square feet, one bedroom that kind of make up the majority of the homes in the building, your dues are going to run kind of mid $700 per month or so.
Gotcha. Okay, that's very reasonable. And then do you guys know who's managing the building yet?
CWD is going to be managing the building for us, and obviously they have a lot of expertise in this area and a great track record. So we're excited to work with a real expert in condominium management for the building management.
Very cool. Good. And is there additional storage too? I know we talked about parking, but
yes. So actually, the prices include the parking, and one per bedroom, or including studios have one, and then all of the homes will come with dedicated storage one level below the parking level. They vary somewhat in size, but generally kind of right around 30 to 35 square feet. So they're good sized storage units, and that's included.
Nice. Well, that's good. That's kind of old fashioned to have one parking and one storage included.
Yeah, novel idea, or a not novel idea. We're getting back to an old idea.
Getting back to the basics.
Exactly. Yeah.
Good. Well, that's nice. And then are the storage units in the garage? Or are they like peppered throughout the building?
They're in the garage. Yeah.
They're in the garage. Very cool. Nice. All right. So is there anything else you want to talk? Our finishes, actually, I wanted to gas. Yeah.
Let's talk about the homes for a minute.
Yeah, let's do that.
Floor plan, but and I may have to refer to my notes just a little bit, because one of the cool things is I was very highly spec'd. So ceiling heights are from just under 9 to just under 10, depending on the floor. It's a super wide plank, like 7.5 inch white oak. Engineered flooring throughout, so there's no carpet in any of the homes. Extensive tile in the baths, including heated tiles or heated floors in all of the baths. LED lighting, all Miele appliances, including the washer dryer, which are included, are Miele. A German cabinetry company called Ballerina, so it's a European style, cabinets, like the little dual style doors on the uppers, and smooth wall finish on the drywall, including in the stairwells, which is kind of a crazy detail, so anybody that has any construction experience knows that smooth wall finish is super pricey. And then, we talked a little bit about the exterior and the window system, being really great. And then ceiling mounted mini splits. So if you've seen those, the ones that, pretty much disappear, they're not wall hung. So just, really across the board, growy plumbing fixtures, you name it, they really selected top of the line, finish elements for all of the homes. So, and that's true, even the under 500 square foot studio is still finished out just that same way. So
wonderful. Are there upgrades available?
There aren't. Basically the homes are quite close to completion. We'll be pretty much wrapped up in the next 30 to 60 days. So they're pretty much everything's baked in, but I've got just really super positive feedback, so I'm pretty sure that most folks in the market for this type of a home are gonna be pretty impressed with the finishes. So
nice. And are there any smart home features?
So there's keyless entry, and then the I'd say pretty extensive kind of cable wiring set up for TVs already in the wall, so you're not having to, as your very first thing as the homeowner, going, okay, I need to pull power up higher on this wall. So pretty extensive prep for wiring in that regard.
Yeah, because everyone these days also, they like to do things a certain way with their equipment, whether it's the lighting or their shades or whatnot. So I'm finding that even though some of the buildings offer kind of the smart home tech, it doesn't actually end up getting 100% used if it's already there, because people like their certain systems, right?
Right. I think most important thing is, do you have power in the places that you want? Because pretty much everything else is wireless now, right? So
yep, for sure. Yeah, good. Anything else you want to talk about there on the building? Or
I would just say, as I touched on, we're about, kind of depending on the floor, depending on the home, we're about 30 to 60 days out from completion, but we are doing kind of early construction tours. And so there are opportunities for agents and buyers to get a sneak preview of the building right now with just a little bit of notice, to coordinate everything with our construction team on site, but they've been great about being flexible and letting us tour through the building. So if people have interest in doing that, they can reach out to me, and we can make that happen.
Nice. And do you have a preferred lender for the building?
We do. So Homebridge, we're working with Homebridge, and they've have an approval in place for the building. And so without getting too much in the weeds. I mean, you'll appreciate this, but basically primary, secondary occupancy owners can close even before we hit the 50% pre-sale mark.
Nice.
So we've got some good financing options in place.
Awesome. Good. Well, that sounds great. Well, we will certainly post your information, and the website. I was just on it, and it looks very has just all the information you need as far as floor plans and pictures and what have you. So we'll make sure to include links here. And thank you so much for your time today.
Yeah, great. No, thanks for the opportunity. It was great to chat.
You bet. We'll chat with you soon.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks,
All right, bye.